I'm Brittany.
I'm Jamal.
This is Heavy on the Hairs.
Yeah.
If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Y'all make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Yeah, we about to jump into it.
Let's go. We're ready.
All right, so what are we talking about today? I don't want to say.
I felt like you should bring it in because actually, all right, so what we talking about today could be an issue or not, depending on how you handle it in your relationship. But I would say this is an issue, or it was not a major issue. Probably would have been an issue if it would have came up for us.
So basically today we are talking about bodies. Why don't you make that face?
Oh no, I be trying to hide it. I can't hide it. My poker face.
We're talking about
terrible,
bodies
bro.
today, y'all.
All right.
Does it matter how many bodies your partner had before you? When you're looking for somebody, do you rule them out because they had too many or not enough? Like, you know.
Because that's a real thing.
Know.
I don't think people I think the stigma is, of course, nobody wants somebody that they feel like has been ran through or whatever, or like whatever you like, you know what I'm saying, how you want to paint that. But don't nobody want nobody that has no experience, little to no experience either. I feel like as a woman, so just give me, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to speak for women. I'm sitting beside a woman that got an opinion about it. Go ahead and just let me know how you feel.
I don't know. I mean, okay. I have heard a lot of women they say that, like they don't want somebody who doesn't have any, because I feel like that would be weird.
To have somebody with no experience?
Yeah.
Versus somebody that's, okay, first of all, what's a lot of bodies to you?
That's a good question. A lot of bodies to me is like more than...
Should we clarify what bodies are for the people?
I mean, you can. I mean, people that you've had
sexual partners.
Yes, sure, yes.
The number of people that you've had sex with.
A lot for you mean a lot for me? Like, what do I consider a lot? Is what you're asking.
What my number is, if you would have heard that number before we started dating, would you have dated me?
Absolutely not. No. So I think a lot for me would be like 20. I don't know.
So that's the purpose of this conversation. It's because you would have missed out on a blessing. Thinking like that. Oh, yeah?
What?
Okay. So I'm not a blessing?
Of course.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Yes. You would have missed, I mean, not even just me. Not even just trying to,
that's true,
you know what I'm saying? The blessing, the kids and all everything that came with, you know what I'm saying? But according to the way you think and according to the way a lot of other people think, which is why I think you shouldn't think like this. Thinking about what somebody has done in the past should do nothing to dictate how you move forward in the future.
Maybe, but
what do you
I'm
mean?
not buying it.
Why? Okay, explain it to me. Why you not buying it?
I don't know. I don't know. I think having a lot it tells a lot about a person, I feel like. I don't know.
You drawing your own conclusions. So what do a lot of bodies...
Like you're a hoe. Pretty much. Like, I feel like if you've been like up there, like, yeah. Like, I mean, a lot. That's what I'm saying. A lot. It depends on, I feel like 20 is a lot. But also it depends on like how old you are.
I was just about to say that.
You know, if you were in like serious relationships, like how long of a span did you get these, you know. I feel like it's a few factors that play into it. So yeah.
So you do believe, knowing what you know now on how this played out, that you would, like, we got a 17-year-old daughter. You would encourage her to stay away from a guy like me.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would.
I'm hurt.
I'm sorry, but I love you.
I don't believe it.
What? You do believe it.
No, I believe that. I'm joking, but...
Give me a kiss.
Okay. But that's crazy though, because you, like I said, you know how I played out.
You asked me a question and I'm being honest. Like,
so what's the trepidation with that? Is it like, okay, I mean, I'm not going to be oblivious. All right, I understand it. Most
Yes,
guys,
you do, because, answer your own question.
All right, so I get it because...
This is your daughter. How would you feel if she came to you and was like, hey, my boyfriend has blah, blah, blah?
Yeah, pretty much. If I had a daughter and she was telling me that she was dating a guy...
You do have a daughter.
I mean, I do. I'm just using a hypothetical
situation. I know.
She's had a boyfriend before. She let me know she had one, but she not like going like, Dad, get like, it's not going to be that. She'll do that with her more than me. Mm-hmm. But, which is why I'm glad you're here. You know, because...
You're welcome.
We get to stand and know. But, so if I was in that scenario and she came to me and told me that she was dealing with a guy, and like I probably would ask like what kind of guy, like, is he a virgin? Because that type of stuff matters. Because if you're not, and you are highly sexually active, especially if you're a guy, you know it works. So
you know what works. What do you mean?
To like seal the deal.
Okay.
Like the more you practice, it's like anything. The more you do it,
That's wild. Like it's a sport.
It is kind of.
That's crazy. Which makes
because I literally
makes sense.
I treated it like a sport, honestly, when I was.
Yeah, that's why I said it makes sense as to why you whatever. So wait. So you're saying that if your hypothetical scenario, you would be happy if your daughter's boyfriend was a virgin, but you're trying to tell me that you was hurt by me saying that I didn't want her dating somebody with me. It's like two opposite extremes.
I would make me feel better, but I wouldn't tell her not to date the guy just because. Like,
oh, okay.
I did tell her, like, and this is the true story. I've always told her to date the corny guy. Specifically for that. Those are the guys that's not all in every girl's face. Those are the guys that's going to treat you better. Problem is, most young girls don't like the corny guy.
No. I mean, they should, but no.
Yeah, so, like, I told her to date the corny guy. So, you know what I mean? I'm not a hypocrite. I am a hypocrite. Because if I'm sorry. I mean, it is me. I'm a human.
I'll let you talk. You talking. I'm just letting you talk.
Truth be told.
Go ahead. Talk through it.
If I would have met you and told me that you had the same amount of sexual partners as me,
you would have ran.
Yeah, we would have never been together.
I'm hurt. You don't really love me.
I do really love you, but I mean, that's just the thing. Like, no guy or girl wants to date the hoe, especially a guy. I know it's a double standard
Guys
thing.
do it all the time. Y'all be dating mad hoes and y'all don't even care. But anyway,
dating?
I digress.
I'm only speaking from a place of, like, I just live my life. I never dated a hoe.
My lips are sealed. I don't know.
All right, whatever with that.
I don't know if you dated. I don't know.
No, I don't think I had.
Or
guy, or somebody that you would consider a hoe. First of all, that's such an ugly term. Why we got to use terms like that?
We don't have to. We could just say a very outgoing. Wait, no, we don't have to call it that. We can call it somebody who's been around.
All right, somebody that's been around. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody that's been around, like nobody.
Because everybody has a past. Nobody's judging.
Exactly.
If you had a past, you had a past. Whatever, Hopefully, you got through it.
This is my stance on it.
Okay. What's your stance?
You could hold fast to it because, like you said, I would have 100%. Pew, just like she said. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You look good. I still would have. I'd have hit it a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. And then I would have I wouldn't have wanted to be your boyfriend.
First of all, let's hold on. Wait. Let's start with the fact that you wouldn't have had a choice. Once you got this, it was a wrap.
I lived that.
My personality is not gonna change just because you know my number. And furthermore, I don't even know if I would have told you that if that was my number anyway. So I probably would have lied. But
how did you find out my number? Did I tell you directly?
Yes.
I did, because I never really ran from that.
First of all, you told me what number I was, and I wanted to vomit.
I think I remember that. I do remember.
I wanted to throw up.
That.
But it was too late.
It was too late, because we had already...
So let me say my piece. It was too late, okay? So I was like, okay, I contemplated this for a long time, and I was like, okay, I can't undo it. Stop laughing. This was a serious battle I had within myself.
All right, go ahead. I ain't making fun of you.
I was like, I can't undo it. I'm already in love. And I'm gonna have his babies.
And all that shit happened.
No, I didn't feel that way at the time though.
Oh.
I was really disgusted. Honestly, I was so disgusted. And I was like, I really how can I undo this? Can I take it back?
No.
And I couldn't. So it was like, what do I do now? It took me a long time to get over that. And I mean a long.
Really?
Long.
No, I mean,
yeah.
It kept coming up.
It took me a while to get over it. But just because, I don't know. I just felt like it was nasty. But
is it a thing you were worried about diseases and stuff? Because I can understand that.
Yeah, everything is layers to it. And on one hand, it's like a stigma. So it's like, oh gosh, I don't want to date a stigma. And then on another hand, it's like, never mind. On another hand, it's
honestly, Alva, what's up?
I mean, when you smash half of the city, it's like, dude, what?
Half the city? We live in the 41st
I know, I'm just
city
kidding. It's a exaggeration, but still, that's how I felt at the time.
Yeah, you stress. You gonna hurt your back stretching.
So, like you said, if that was my number, you would have ran. So, okay, I have a question for you. Because I've heard, y'all, I have heard some men talk about like what they think a high number is. And I was like, what? Like, honestly, I've heard guys would be like, if it's been more than 2, then I'm like, 2?
Okay, first of
all, double standards. Yeah, if you done been walking around with all these people, do not tell me that you expect me to only be with 2. Like, that's crazy to me. And get out of my face.
I expect for you to save yourself for me. The hell is you talking about? No, I was playing.
I was trying to, boo, but
I'm not that.
It didn't work out that way. I tried.
I'm not that unrealistic. Actually, it's relative to your age, and I'm not even really that judgmental because before I got married, I had sex with a lot of women. I guess I don't even really think it's that much. She thinks it's a lot. I think it's more normal.
Continue. I'm sorry. Don't mind my facial expressions.
I'm just saying.
I'm just listening here.
I think it's more. We talked about this all the time, and then sometimes like we'll bring people into it. Like I think it's more normal than what she thinks, but I don't think it could be normal for me. Just depending on the way you live your life.
I wouldn't say normal. I would stop saying the word normal. Because it's definitely not normal. I mean, whatever. Maybe it is to some people, and maybe I just I haven't met a lot of guys who have done that. Or maybe they weren't truthful to me. I don't know. But I don't think that's normal.
It's a lot more prevalent than you think.
Okay, so you didn't answer my question. What do you think is a high number for a woman? Like, honestly, what number would you like run away from if I was like, hey, I love,
if I wasn't married and I met somebody around my age, if she was past 25.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And I was trying to be great. Like, that's a lot because women are. I hit me out because I know I'm sounding like a hypocrite, but I'm not.
Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me! Don't
hit me out.
What is this conversation about to turn into? Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Women have to be selective with who they have sex with
because
way more than men. Not that men don't have to be, because women more often than not are doing the selecting for sex. Because I use the scenario. Every guy, like if you come across 10 guys.
Okay.
In a day, all 10 of them guys gonna want to have sex with you.
Probably maybe 9 of them.
If I come across 10 women, maybe 2 of them gonna want to have sex, or like maybe 8 or 9 of them might want to. It's an opinionated statement I'm about to make, but it's really kind of not even up for debate. It's way easier for women to have sex than men. Everybody knows this.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's way easier. That's what I mean. So women have to be selective. Men are getting selected.
Okay.
I don't care. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I'm literally like, when men are getting selected.
Like we choosing. Yeah. And y'all not choosing. Well, some of y'all are choosing.
Yeah, for the most part, it's women though. When it comes to that, and then
okay.
But the ultimate goal, the cards is flipped. Men hold the key to it.
Well, that does not make sense to me. Well, I guess in a way because you have to propose to them.
Yeah, men
but
hold
at the same time,
that.
it's like what?
Men hold the key to
So you're saying women have to be more selective of who's with because everybody wants to mess with them?
For the most part, yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. They like
interesting.
Just take yourself. You know what I'm saying? Since you was like what, 13, 14, every boy you met been on that, and it ain't been like that for me. So
I mean, it probably was like that for you in your adulthood. Maybe not when you was 13.
Nah,
14,
even when like I'm saying even with like that, like it would be girls that would be like, just because like how many guys have you been around like that you've been like attracted to or sexually attracted to that you didn't have sex with? It's been a lot of that. Like I've been
plenty.
Girls have like found me attractive, but blatantly told me I'm not gonna like do this because I don't want to like increase my body count.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like a girl, as a woman, I don't know if this is how all women feel because I don't want to speak for all y'all, but as a woman, like I'll double back before I do a new thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Because
it's like, wait, if I do a new thing, if I double back, then it's like, okay, well, it's not added to my list.
That's the difference between men and women. Because most men are wired to, the new thing is it. It's nothing like the new thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
Not really.
Because new is not always good. Like, I think men are so attracted to like, I want new, because new whatever is good.
It's just a different experience.
But it's like.
It's a different experience.
What? Yeah, but it's not always a good experience.
No, it's not always. You gambling.
You gambling.
You gambling. With everything, like with your life, with all of that.
Okay,
like,
so
it's a flat out gamble, but
when so basically, why is your number so high?
It's not like a wild number.
Oh.
It's a triple digit number. It's a triple digit number, but honestly, it like I said, most of the guys.
Mine is a single digit number. Yeah, so completely opposite.
Mine was a single digit number at one point in time.
Yeah, like probably in 19.
Oh, don't do me like that. No, we're not doing that, G. Hell no. But
I digress.
Why? Honestly, it's because it is what it is. It was an actual goal of mine to like hit a milestone. Like once it was never like from the beginning. I won't like 15 years old. I mean, because every guy wants to be known as the guy. Like I was telling your sister one day, like, why is it so hard for guys to like stop being hoes, pretty much? And I explained her to like every guy that you know, and this is the truth. Every guy that you know from the time. Not
every guy. Don't speak for every guy.
Okay, I mean,
most guys.
But no, I mean, even whether it happens or not, every guy wants to be the guy that all the girls like. They can like, every guy wants to be that. Okay. The most desirable guy to all the girls. Yeah. Most guys don't hit that. Okay. Most guys don't. Like, most guys, like, even whatever life that they have, like, they can't have they pick of women, and they can't just, like, have a different woman every other day or something like that.
Yeah.
The guys that get that, that's a hard thing to let go, because that's something that a lot of guys, like I said, I don't care whether you do it or not. Every guy wants to be like, even if you're not gonna be like having sex a bunch with, like, you want to be the one that everybody wants to have sex with.
Okay, so what made you give that up,
like, and
settle down?
I realized, people like, okay, this is one thing that, like I said, I can't wait to tell my sons this. Like the whole, and I alluded to that on, it was like the first episode we did, like when you know. Mm-hmm. I realized, and this is what I used to tell you, that experience, the way it might like scare you, showed me that a lot of women are trash. We argue about this all the time. I've like been with a lot of different women. I've like dealt with a lot of different personality types. I am not a woman basher, but the perception that men are trash and men are dogs and men like, it's a lot more women like that than this world knows.
Well, yeah, probably than the world knows. Yeah.
Bruh, trash. A lot of trash women out here. Like,
if you're not a trash woman, he's not talking to you.
Yeah, I'm not. But I'm talking about like to the point. Like I've seen a lot of wild stuff. I just think
it's a harsh to say trash.
No, but I'm just telling you. I give some examples. I'm not gonna get on names, but I've seen stuff like people doing stuff like, literally have they phone in their hand with their boyfriend on the phone, and the microphone in their other hand, and not their boyfriend's microphone. That happens a lot. That happened a lot in my life. Like that.
What? That's weird.
That happened a lot.
Y'all gotta do better.
Like for real, like that type of stuff. That like my friend.
That's weird,
like
though.
And like even.
But how can you wait? But
I'm gonna take it a step further.
But wait, if you're saying that's like, I don't understand. Like, so they can't hear that? What, they got them on mute or something?
I don't know. I didn't really care.
Okay, I was just wondering how that works.
That's a scenario.
Might want to try it one day.
Also, you want to get stone cold stunned on this video.
Not stone cold stunned. I wish you.
I'm talking about off the top step.
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
Beyond that though, a step further. You don't have an idea how many like women that I added to my body count because I'd mess with their friend. That happens so much.
Yeah, I've never been that girl. Like when you hear stuff on TV, like, they talking about him. I want to know. I've never been that. I don't care.
True thing,
if she's talking about it, cool, girl, good for you. Trash. Let's top it up and great. I'm glad you got that. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, it was good, really. I want to try now. Like that's weird.
And I hate to say that's a trash thing.
Who does that?
Because I could have very well been getting past.
You was obviously getting past.
No, I'm just saying, like, to the point that they, like, her friend could have, like, look, yeah, girl, I was, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah,
because, like, me and my homeboys did stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So in the midst of this sport you had, were you not worried about, like, diseases?
I wasn't reckless. Like, I was very worried about that. I did not want to, like, succumb from a female.
That's like a little...
That was my biggest fear, honestly.
Ooh.
I knew how I was living. How I was living, and I tried, like, I'm not that I never, like, had unprotected sex, but I was not a reckless, like, just wasn't reckless like that.
Okay.
Furthermore, to get back onto what we locked on, because I knew about how the pool was, and I had a large sample, a large enough sample size to know that when I met you, it was next level different. Like next level, like I knew instantly, like you was like, I knew that if I lost you, I wasn't gonna be able to find you nowhere else. And
I tried to told you.
And guys, sometimes like the problem with a lot of guys is they find the one that they know they can't find anywhere else, and fuck it off
because they find it too early, and they're not ready for it. So they try to string you along, to make you wait for them, but still doing anything until they're ready.
But yeah, so they will do that, and. Like what we got, that's why I appreciate what we have, because it's a fairy tale. It does not work out in my favor. Most guys don't get to be the guy that's like got a different woman every day, and like, you know what I'm saying, like find somebody like you and mess around, because we'll get into how the dynamics of our relationship. That's not this episode. But it was like a lot before we actually became like together. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to trigger you.
I am not triggered.
All right,
I have let that hurt go.
Okay, I'm just saying, but like, but the point that I was making with that is that does not happen. Most girls that get a guy that they really, really love, and like most guys get a guy that just don't act like, why this nigga won't act right, yo? Like, I love him. We do this, we do that, and I know he love me. I just can't get him to like be just about me. That they rarely ever turn it around in time. Like, I know what we have is rare, but that's also why I kind of want to like make sure that people like hear our story, because it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, not to mention, it almost didn't happen. You're welcome. Go ahead.
It didn't. That went both ways too. Now, it definitely went both ways.
No, what I'm saying is, by the time you was ready for me, I was about to be done with you.
Yeah, it was really wild. So. I had to do like, I don't know. I played with that notion. I know how I felt about her. It was just confusing because of everything I had going on. And it just, I don't know. To God be the glory that it worked out. That I eventually, because I realized that I couldn't live like that and keep her. You know what I'm saying? Then after a while, as a guy, it's going to click in every guy one day. You had one, you had them all. Like, it's like, for what? You kind of.
Well, you said new was good or whatever the heck you said.
It is, and
so obviously you ain't had one. You had them all.
No, but that's a mentality that I like have, like, grown far away from. Like, I had that mentality.
I hope so. You here now?
No, seriously though. It's just a frame of mind. It's just a frame of mind, and I was in a frame of mind that new was better. You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening.
And. I got out of that frame of mind before we got married. You know what I'm saying? We would talk about this way before we got married. We would talk about that type of stuff.
I wouldn't have married you if you was still thinking like that.
Nah, yeah, but I don't know. So it's a childish mentality, and I was adult age considered like when we first met. So I was a fully grown man.
You were definitely a grown adult.
But
yeah.
Like
you were just becoming a real adult.
Yeah, I had to grow, man. I was really childish when it came to women. I interacted with women. I viewed them. Like I brought that up, thinking like the first, second episode. Like she changed the way that I valued women, and I just looked at women in a completely different way.
Then you realize that all women are not trash. Not all women are trash, because I don't think you ever thought all women were trash. But then you realize that a lot of women have actual morals. A lot of women do have morals. Maybe you just haven't come across them because you was attracting what you was putting out.
No, I came across a couple, but it was like, when I say few and far between.
Maybe so, but like I said, you attract what you know what I'm saying? You was attracting what you was putting out, because I don't know a lot of women like what you're talking about. Like, I was surprised to hear some of these stories, because I'm like, what?
Yeah,
they do that?
Stories,
like,
bro.
Women do that? But, so maybe you was attracting what you bring, and maybe that's why the people around me are...
That's a good point. I
that sort.
I didn't think about it like that. That's a good point, but
But yeah, so y'all, I don't know. Should it matter in the grand scheme of things?
No.
I guess not. But at the same time, if you're trying to be cautious with your life, then I think it does matter.
So go ahead and give them people some advice that would have changed your life if you would have took. Tell them not to date the guy that's done been with over 100 women.
Don't do it, girl.
Just because he been with over 100 women way before he met you.
Well, wait a minute. Because you had not been with over 100 women before you met me. So the fact that it's over 100
No, I mean,
since
no.
you met me, you got there.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is ridiculous because you wasn't even at the number. I was already discussed. Why would you make it more? If you know you disgusted me, why the hell would you keep going? Who does that?
I don't know. No, because we won't even together. Like
I know,
we
but
spent
still,
like
it just is
we spent almost 3 years with like going back and forth, and we weren't even in a relationship.
No,
and you had multiple boyfriends and all of that stuff.
Stop saying multiple boyfriends.
You did.
Because what the hell was I supposed to do? Wait on
I'm
you?
not. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying the reality.
You keep saying multiple boyfriends.
It was one.
Okay.
Am I lying? It was one. But I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Anyways, so we're gonna get into all of that. Trust and believe we are.
It get deep, y'all.
We'll get there. We'll get there,
bro. It's a lot.
But,
That's a 3-hour episode.
Right. Oof. Okay, so in the grand scheme of things, like I said,
Give that man a chance, yo. Give that man a chance.
don't give him a chance, girl.
Give that man a chance.
Hold on. Get that woman a chance. How about that? Because it's you men that are out here like, oh, you did it with 5 people. Oh my gosh, you're ran through. Like, not saying that to me, but
Very
like
true.
I've heard people say that on social media. I'm like, ooh.
I think the stigma is worse.
That's
for
weird.
Women. I think that actually
It's
stigma
so much
is
worse. It's horrible.
Yeah,
like, we're
'cause I
supposed to
think-
be the Virgin Mary, but y'all could be freaking Wilt Chamberlain. It's very weird.
Not Wilt Chamberlain.
It's very
Ooh,
freaking weird.
That's a lot.
Like, it's opposite extreme. So I think that, no, it doesn't matter. But, you know, if you're going to be cautious about your life, I think that you should do that. I would never give my daughter the advice of like, hey, it doesn't matter how many people. No, I would never say that. Even though it worked out for me, I would never give anybody that advice. Just being open.
Don't be like me, be better than me.
Just being open, honest. Don't be like me, be better than me. 'Cause this, like you said earlier, this don't always work out. It just happened to fall. Like, obviously, this is what it was supposed to be. So obviously, our chips just fell in line. But sometimes it's not meant to be that way.
No.
But you know that because it ain't gonna work. So even if you try, it's not gonna work. Like, if it's not supposed to work. If it's supposed to work, it'll work.
Yeah, because you said the operative word is try. I think a lot of people will see things that just won't try. And like, it's red flag, no.
Oh yeah, red flags. Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
you
We'll
know
talk
what I
about
mean?
red flags too one day. I don't know, y'all. Comment below if you feel like, you know, it matters to you, or you can even tell us what number you think is too much for you.
Could you
'Cause I
willingly
wanna
date
know.
a person that exceeds the number that you?
Yeah, whatever that number is in your head that you think is too high, could you date somebody?
willingly
Could you
date-
make an exception and be like, he checks all my other boxes, so can I get past this one thing, or is this just like a deal breaker for me? Is it a deal breaker for you if somebody has more than what you think they should have? That's what we want to know.
Yeah.
Because obviously it wasn't for me. It would have been, but it was too late. Like, what am I gonna do? So anyway, yeah,
Gotcha.
let us know.
All right, no, I was playing. Go ahead.
I'm leaving. Bye.
All right. So you leaving me with the kids?
Oh, absolutely. You keeping them mother suckers. Because I'm not taking them with me.
They're my babies.
Nah, I'm just kidding. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for watching. We'll see y'all again on the next episode. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, so you can keep getting these videos as we put them out. We love y'all.
Bye.